right, welcome to Coach Heupel's post-game press conference. Coach will make an opening statement, and then we will go into questions. Just raise your hand, and I will call on you. Coach.
And fans, awesome tonight. Huge part of the game. Appreciate them throughout the course of it. For us as a football team, love the win. I think the resiliency of the group, down 10, 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Offense not playing good at all. Continuing to play, continuing to compete, and find a way to make some plays and get back in the football game, and then go into overtime and come back and reset and go finish the game the way that you're capable of and that you want to. So really proud of our guys defensively, elite performance, physicality, strain, most of the night assignment sound, made plays. James, I think it's James on the goal line, forcing a fumble. I mean, just so many things that they did at a really high level, and kept us in the game. Offensively, there's so much that we can be a whole lot better in, and that's all 11 on the field. So, but continued to fight and made some plays. So, got to clean some things up. Man, everybody needs to enjoy this one. It's hard to win in this league, and tomorrow we'll move on and get ready for another big one here at home. So, open it up.
Austin. Coach, just 2 weeks in a row where you hadn't scored a point in the first half. Why is that, or why do you think that is? And it seemed like y'all rolled Nico a little bit more in the second half, kind of moved the pocket a little bit. Do you feel like that kind of calmed him down a little bit?
Moved him on, early in the football game. Had a completion, on the sideline. Early in the football game, first drive, got things going. We're on the plus side. Reading the edge, and ball ends up on the ground. There's another drive, maybe the third one, where we're on the plus side of the territory, holding call, get pushed back again. It's not doing anything, that's out of the ordinary. It's really all 11 operating as one, and we can play a lot better than we did tonight. With Nico, misses a couple deep balls during the course of the football game. Sometimes that's going to happen. We got to be better at protection inside the pocket for him. But I do love, the way that he continued to compete throughout the course of the game.
Jimmy, then Ben.
Josh, would you talk about the improvement you've seen out of Dylan Sampson since his freshman year to now?
He's always had great vision, great pace. Obviously he's got good long speed, but he's really good between the tackles. And I think his growth of continuing to grow in the understanding of what we're doing, but physical development, just his strength in the middle of the football field, and those runs between the tackles, just continues to make a bunch of plays for us. Finish the game out the right way, man. Huge.
Josh, you feel like the way Dylan performed tonight epitomizes kind of the leader that he is with how he led the way when things weren't going?
Yeah, I think his competitive maturity when it's not going good, to still have great body language, energy, feed that to his teammates. Understand that, man, it's the next play we got to get to, and having great belief. So, I thought those guys at halftime, the competitive makeup as a whole was good. We didn't come out and execute. We got really good field position to start it out, and just a little bit off, and so we got to go back and clean it up, coaches and players together.
Eric, then Adam.
Looked like on early downs, not every time, but on early downs, 3 backers on the field, and then kind of later, second, third, fourth, you go back to the base 4-2-5. What was the thought process, getting more backers on the field in this game?
You talking about from us?
Yes.
Man, I'm going to be honest with everything that was going on. I'm going to let you talk to Tim about that.
Adam.
Josh, when you've got one side of the ball playing elite and the other side struggling,
Which side was which?
Depends on the season, right? You've had it the other way around. How do you manage like the personalities, the team morale, the confidence when one side is really playing well?
And as a football team, you're just trying to find a way to be +1 on the scoreboard. And if you can find a way to be a lot more than that, that's awesome. You know, at no point since I've been here has it been anything other than all of us together, man. And you know, I just like our defense, their competitive makeup, but also their belief in, you know, the other side of the football, that they're going to go make a play. It's what a team's about. And you know, we haven't been perfect. We can be a lot better. That's a positive, though, that we got an opportunity to get better.
Rob, then David.
Coach, when you have either side of the ball, a unit playing like the defense is, with the turnovers in Oklahoma coming up like they did tonight, can you just see the confidence snowballing and growing, like they feel like they're going to go out there and take care of business?
They're confident, yeah. But you know, I don't ever feel like they just think it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, they understand that they got to go make it happen, and you know, they trust one another. There's some things that we got to clean up, but you know, they trust one another, compete really hard, and continue to play better, smarter football.
Josh, after Florida missed their kick in overtime, what goes into the decision making on do you want to go ahead and punch it in for 6, or do you want to center the ball in the middle of the field and kick a shot?
I don't want to center it right away. You know, depending on, you know, the down and distance and where you're at, that becomes a thought. You know, a little bit later as it goes on. You know, I think running the football and being sound in it, you know, for me, that's the way I wanted to go. And obviously, as we got close to the goal line, gives you an opportunity to step into it.
Patrick, then Austin.
Josh, have you ever, not in a non-late game scenario, gone for it on 4th and down at your own 10? And could you talk about that decision and also the package you guys brought in with Nathan and Jackson and the short yardage and, you know, the game on it?
Yeah, brought some defense guys in. Go set an edge right there. You know, just the flow of the game, everything that had transpired, the distance. Yeah, I talked with Tim too. So, you know, just felt like had to do something to, you know, try to keep them off the field, but get something going too.
Josh, can you talk about Big O's performance tonight? It seemed like he was super involved and everywhere.
Some huge negative plays, you know, in the football game, defeating blocks interiorly, tackling back, behind, line of scrimmage. You know, you can look at the overtime and you know, how that sequence played out from our defense. It's elite, man, and he played extremely well. He's playing his best football, you know, since we've been here.
Jimmy, then Chris.
Josh, do you feel like you're getting close to where you want to be in the passing game?
Man, not tonight. I don't think we're far off, you know what I mean? But it's not just the pass game, it's the run game too. Like, you know, missed assignments, fundamentals, technique. Like, it's guys open, we don't hit it. Guys open, we're getting pressure. You know, I mean, it's everybody taking their turn. And at some point we got to say, you know what I mean, we're going to man up and do our job and make this thing go the way that it's capable of.
Chris.
Josh, when you got a defense that's consistently holding teams under 20 points, how does that impact you guys? Play caller, the opposite side of the ball.
Yeah, that's
ready
it.
for the game ending here?
I think situationally it does. You know, did tonight some of the third downs, what we were willing to do. You know, for us offensively, you know, some of the things that happened on the plus side of the 50, man, just killed us from having opportunities to go score points. It hurt us in the way the game was played. But, you know, it's different than it probably has been since I've been here, you know.
3 more, Paige, Ben, and Mike.
Nico took a few more sacks again tonight. How would you like him to see him evolve when it comes to recognizing that pressure or just in that situational type of football?
Yeah, some of it's us blocking it. It's 5 guys, it's your tight ends, it's your running backs. Some of it, it's him finding the soft spot in the pocket. Some of it's recognizing what's going on in the back end and hitting your hots. Some of it's our wide receivers winning. It takes all 11 to go play good football, and everybody's got to do their job.
Josh, what have you seen from James Pierce elevating his game the last 2 games, and do you have an update on Peely?
Don't have an update on Peely. You know, we'll know more tomorrow. Not sure there's a better representative of what a volunteer is than Keenan Peely. And you talk about a selfless guy that cares about the people around him way more than he cares about himself. That's an elite competitor, great leader, tough as nails, athletic, explosive, everything that you want. You know, just he's a dude, man, special dude. And your first question was? James, man, violent, destructive, making plays, huge play on the goal line, locked in, focused as a competitor throughout the course of it, no matter what was going on. Just really, really strong performance.
Last one.
Josh, you referenced that package bringing a couple defensive linemen tonight. Why was that something you were able to utilize well tonight? And what makes those 2 specifically maybe strong in that situation?
Just you know, defensive structure that we saw from them on field is why we went to that this week, and you know, just they're 2 big, thick, explosive, long guys. You know what I mean? Like, they got the ability to move people. So hopefully I said that the right way. I saw a couple of faces down there. So.
Right. Thank you, Coach.
All right.
We'll do our first round of players here from you guys' right to left. We have Bryson Easton, Arion Carter, and Dylan Sampson. Raise your hand for questions, and I'll call on you guys. We'll start with Ben, and then we'll go to Noah.
For Bryson and Arion, how would y'all describe Dylan's performance tonight?
Fantastic. Great. Every time he touched the ball, he's going, fighting for extra yards, getting all he can. It's just he's playing sound football, and, he's playing complimentary football to us on defense.
Man, I couldn't agree more. I feel like D-Cent was out there running the ball with a purpose, and me and him actually had an interaction throughout the game. He said he got us, and that was that, and he had us.
I feel like it was representative of his leadership that he shows throughout the league.
Yes, sir,
Of
most
course.
definitely.
Noah?
For Arion, just what'd you see on the interception there? How huge was that play?
Yeah, just being able to know 2x2, just doing my job at the end of the day, playing high-low. I knew if I was able to high-low the quarterback, I'd be able to dictate terms on what he may or may not do. I know if I went down and went on the running back, that was just going to be an easy access throw, so I was just able to do my job and make a play.
We'll go Patrick and then Jimmy.
Bryson, on the overtime, I think there was a screen pass you kind of snuffed out. What did you see on that play?
First I saw the ball. I was going to try to pick it off, but I was like, if I miss it, everybody going to be mad. So I was just like, man, I seen it and just reacted. And just we all out there with our hats on fire and having fun, and just playing ball. So this really
playing sound, relentless football.
And Arion, what was it like not having Keenan, losing him early? Was that tough to watch? And how did you guys sort of adjust?
Yeah, obviously having a brother down like that, a great leader on our team who plays a great role on our team, having him go down, next man up mentality, as Coach Inge always says, and we just have to go out there and play for him. I said that I wanted to go out there, and as a unit and as a defense, we had to go out there and play for Keenan Peely because that's our brother and we got to go fight. So obviously having a great leader and a great teammate like that go down, praying he's healthy and he comes back stronger than ever. For the next game because we have a good one at task at hand. But as far as next man up, I feel like Jeremiah came in and he was able to play sound football and we was able to go get it done at the end of the day.
Jimmy?
Dylan, what do you like about the jumbo package that y'all ran tonight?
You got all them, everybody in there. I think you put a little fear in the defense when we get in that big jumbo package. I mean, I know I'm getting positive yards every time we get in that, so I like it.
All right, we'll go to Caleb and then Mike.
Dylan, can you walk us through what the conversation was heading into that overtime drive, and then what did you see on your final run?
Well, first of all, we knew defense was gonna have our back, especially after Bryson got that tackle for loss, make them kick a field goal. I really had a feeling he was gonna miss it. So, and at that point, I knew the game was over. I think the good thing about our offense is like, when we get in that red zone, I think it's really hard to stop us. It's just getting into that flow to be able to get there because I really think there's no stopping us once we get on that side of the field. But, once we got the ball, it's just real confident. It's take care of the ball, move the chains. I knew we wasn't going to have to kick a field goal. I knew we was going to punch it in.
Mike and then David.
Dylan, I want to ask about that package too. When you see all that extra kind of girth get in there, what is it like as a running back knowing that's in front of you and you're expecting what's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, it's really just like if they wasn't in there, it's just following my blocks. Because the defense can always still play good to that, play strong and physical. So, I mean, me personally, whether they subbed that package in or not, I felt like I was going to get the touchdown regardless. But that, it is definitely like, they can't even see me for real when they put everybody like that. So that's fun.
Bryson, are you jealous you don't get to be in that package and you're going to lobby to?
No, I'm fine. I'm good where I'm at. I'm not a blocker. I'm a tackler. I'm fine. I'm good where I'm at.
David?
Dylan, Tennessee usually plays Florida in September and plays Alabama in October. This year's schedule is kind of unique to play these kind of games back to back. What do you think the challenge is going to be going from a game like this, a win like this, to play in Alabama?
Just be critical of it, just like we do with any game. Enjoy it tonight. Come in the building tomorrow. Be critical of yourself in film. It's just next game mentality. Great preparation, nothing out of the ordinary. Great week of practice, film study. Normal things, high level, like Coach Hype always says, to go out there, get the job done next Saturday.
Chris?
For both the defensive guys, how much confidence do you guys have right now defensively, regardless of what the offense is or isn't doing, the way you guys are sort of able to hold up, in every game, really, to this point?
I feel like as a defense, we got to be able to give the offense something to stand on at the end of the day. Like at the end of the day, if they don't score a single point, it should be 0-0 at the end of the game. And if they can kick a field goal, and we know as a defense we're gonna hold them to 3 and out, and we're gonna be able to get the ball back to the offense. So just having the confidence that we're gonna be out there and we're gonna play relentless, on fire, fly to the football, and get takeaways and create takeaways with how fierce and physical we play. We know at the end of the day we'll be on the good side as long as defense plays great and we play complementary football to the offense and give them the ball.
I quite simply feel like this is gonna be a little too much, but I came from a school called Haven, and man, we were strong on defense. Like that's all we knew. Some games we'll win 0-7. You know what I'm saying? So when Coach Banks told us before the game was gonna be one of them games, you know what I'm saying, where we gotta bow our neck backs and stand up. So I find that fun. It just brings out that competitive edge, and I feel like all the dudes on the defensive side, where we just gotta be us. You know what I'm saying? Have fun, fly around, play for one another. And man, just do our job at the end of the day. But having to know that we have to like stand on our 10 to not let them score more points than whatever. And just another thing is, I feel like our defense, it's our defense versus their defense. And at the end of the day, I'm taking my defense every time. So man, we just out there balling for one another.
Facts.
For sure. Right, so what did you see on James's fumble that he forced at the goal line? What did you see on that play, and how have you seen him elevate his game these last two outings?
Man, just trying to still be effective, because we know he getting all type of stuff thrown at him, when he pass rushing and little things like that. But for him to still find ways to be effective says a lot, you know what I'm saying, on that part alone. But him just scraping at the ball, him being at the ball, him traveling, him running, it's simple things, but it matters, you know what I'm saying? So his attitude, how he approaches it is lovely. It helps the whole unit out, helps the whole team out. And we love James Perry through whatever, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my guy. And he been working.
What did you see on that specific play?
That's what I'm saying. He was just scraping the ball out, just constantly working, showing that effort and showing that he cared, you know what I'm saying? So I expect that, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I saw. I saw James Perry being James Perry.
Two more for this group. We'll get Eric and then finish with Paige.
Ariel and Bryce, kind of on that note right there. I mean, 4th down stop, goal line stop, of course your interception. Feels like when the stakes are kind of high, you guys rise to that occasion. Is that a mindset? Anything kind of change? Do you guys talk about that?
I feel like we don't rise to the occasion. We fall back on our training at the end of the day, because we work this day in and day out in practice. I mean, I feel like whenever we make a play or we stand, we get 3 and out, so we get a 4th down stop. I feel like that doesn't really surprise me, because I feel like we work that every day. That's an expectation. It's a certain expectation at Tennessee to play great defense, and we got to be able to uphold that standard no matter who's in.
Facts, and I want to piggyback on that, man. Like he said, it's just a standard and how we approach every week. We put the preparation in, we work hard, we get the looks that we need to see throughout the week. And when it's game time, man, it's fun time. It's time to let loose and go out there and have fun at the end of the day. If you're not having fun playing football, then I don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So
no cap.
That's how it is.
Paige, last question.
Dylan, after the game, obviously the emotions were high. It almost seemed like Joey Halsey kind of like tracked you down, had a big embrace with you. Just what did that moment describe, and how nice was it to have that exchange with him?
Nah, it's always great to see the passion from the coaches. I feel like sometimes they gotta, keep themselves so orderly and stuff, but it's a game for us just like it is for them. So like, I like seeing that emotion, passion. And I mean, it ain't perfect, but it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. So it's a lot of things we gotta clean up. But him just embracing with me, that just shows how proud he was of me, the trust he had in me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I was able to do what I can, to help us get that win, whatever way possible.
Thanks, guys. We'll have a second group of players here in just a couple minutes.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
Have a good night.
Second group, we're planning on having Nico, Jamal McCoy, and James Pierce. He's doing it. He's excited. Yeah. Yeah, he just kicked it. Yeah. start questions for our second group of players. From you guys right to left, Nico Maliava, Ramon McCoy, James Pierce Jr. Please raise your hand for questions, and I'll call on you. We'd like to get started. Noah, we'll start with you, and then we'll go to Ryan.
James, on the fumble there at the goal line, just what did you see on that play, and just, you know, fighting through it, just fighting through the ball. Did you realize you got the ball out before you got down, or just when did you realize you got the ball?
I seen him trying to reach. I was game plan said that sneak was coming, so I just tried to crush it as much as possible. He tried to bubble it, and the ball came out. Great birthday present for me.
Ryan?
You know, that offense went to the jumbo package a few times. What's that like from your perspective with two of those defensive guys on the field?
Say that one more time.
What was that like from your perspective with two defensive guys on the field a few times during the game?
Oh yeah, it was great, man. You know, our short yardage package had a good package with, you know, a couple of D linemen coming in and, you know, helping us get that first down on the third and short, fourth and short situations.
We'll go to Eric and then Chris.
Nico, what's it like quarterbacking a team knowing when you go out there, your defense, you know, the way they're playing, always going to have your back?
Feels great, man. You know, they're doing a great job. We got to do a better job at complimenting them, you know, when they get a stop or, you know, third and 3 and outs. We got to do a better job at, you know, coming out there and executing for them.
Chris?
James, I asked you the same question I asked a couple of your teammates on defense. Characterize the confidence you guys are playing with on defense right now across the board, regardless of how many points you guys score on offense.
I feel like everybody's playing great. We playing as one. We got some things that we can clean up, but we playing as one. I feel like that's what driving our confidence. Like no matter what we put on the stat sheet, we playing as one. 11 hats getting to the ball, and we getting the ball back to Neek how we supposed to.
Patrick and then David.
James, just through first half of the season, how much more attention are you noticing from defenses, and how are you trying to counter it with the way you're playing and trying to make an impact on the game like you did tonight?
Well, it's just my job to play in the scheme of the defense. Coach gonna dial up what we need to win, and we just gonna get after it as a team on the D side. Yes, sir.
Hey, James, kind of a follow-up. The way you started your season, there were a couple of games where you only played like 10 or 15 snaps. What was kind of that like? And you know, you weren't putting up. People kind of judge you by numbers, even though you're still disrupting things. What was the first month of the season like for you, and how nice has it been the last couple of weeks?
Just know that, like the games out in front, them games that we still play, that we play as a team. No matter if I'm playing as much snaps or many snaps, I know that down the back stretch, the team gonna need me, and I'm gonna have a time to show up. And as long as I keep playing this game of defense until it's my time, I'll be okay.
Right.
Nico, what do you guys need to do offensively to consistently stay in a rhythm? What's kind of from your perspective, what's the element that's missing right now?
Yeah, we just keep shooting ourselves in the foot, man. A lot of penalties out there when, you know, we'd have a big play, we'd be right back, and, you know, starting off in 1st and 20, just haven't been helping ourselves out with the penalties we've been shooting ourselves with. First drive, we come out, we're in a good drive, and then we fumble the ball on me. I got to be better with the handoff, and then you know, our defense gets a strip on the goal line, and you know, I come out and I throw a pick in the double coverage. So stuff like that, man. I got to be better. We got to operate better at a higher level, and yeah, man, we just can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot.
Is it hard not to get frustrated?
Very, yeah, very. I think Coach Heupel and you know do a great job of keeping us calm on the sideline, and you know going out there and you know letting our hounds go for 12 rounds. So that was really our mentality, man. Coach Heupel preached it was going to be a boxing fight going into it, and it very much was. So.
Back here, a lot of buzz on your pregame outfit. Can you just kind of explain what exactly you were wearing?
Pregame outfit. Yeah, man, I had a little button up and a little ear lava for our coacher. And our Samoan coach, we wear those, and then I had the little cowboy hat from our QBs. They had got me a little cowboy hat, so I had to wear it for them.
Ben?
Nico, I think it was Miles this week mentioned that you took that loss at Arkansas pretty hard and were right back in the film room on Sunday. What was this past week like for you, and just how would you assess where you feel like you're at right now?
Yeah, man, it was just a great week of preparation. Just overall, as our you know whole offense, I thought we prepared well. Yeah, and where I'm at right now, I feel like you know I'm still in the same spot, still trying to achieve that same goal as everybody else on the team.
Adam?
Tremont, you guys are getting so many 3rd down, 4th down stops. Where does the confidence come from that you guys are going to finish those drives off?
Just from our film study, kind of knowing what's coming to us, knowing we finna make a play off of that.
Patrick?
Nico, you guys went down 10-0 in the middle of the 3rd quarter and needed a response on that. How big was that drive, and put it together after you guys had some missed opportunities, turnovers, everything that maybe could have gone wrong, went wrong. How important was it to respond and get on the board there with that drive in the third quarter?
Very big, man. We knew we needed to respond as soon as they went up 10-0. And yeah, man, I thought our whole offense did a great job at responding. O-line was blocking their tails off, and, you know, receivers was making right reads. And I thought we just, you know, we operated at a high level on the scoring drives.
We'll take a few more for this group. David, Jimmy, and then Ben.
This can be for any of y'all three. You know, Florida's a team that Tennessee, it's a big game for Tennessee every year. So's Alabama, and y'all are playing Florida and Tennessee back-to-back. How tough do you think this turnaround will be, playing a game like this, winning a game like this, and having to turn around and play a team like Alabama?
I just feel like Alabama is a big team. Tonight was a big win, and it means a lot to the culture for Tennessee to go out here and play great anytime that we play in a rivalry school. And I feel like it's our job to show up as one, prepare the same, and be ready to go next Saturday.
Jimmy?
Nico, were you a little surprised when you guys went for it on 4th and 1 at your own 10?
4th and 1 at our own 10. Was that
First half.
First half. Sure, did we get it? My bad, I got that memory from the first half. First half was not a good half of football, but no, I was not surprised. 4th and 1, no, 4th and 1, we should be able to go get that every time.
Ben, what did you see from Samson tonight, and do you feel like his performance was representative of his leadership?
Yeah, man, I see the same thing from Samp every night, every practice. You know, he comes with it. His preparation is, you know, second to none. And yeah, man, it's really no surprise seeing him out there and going ball. So.
Were you in earshot of his pregame huddle and speech, and do you remember anything that he might have said?
Yeah, a lot of stuff that doesn't need to be said over here. Yeah, he said a lot of good stuff though. Got our guys right and ready for the game.
Brian, we'll finish with you.
James, you said earlier about it wasn't about stats, it was about the 11 guys, it was about the defense. But for you, has that been easy to because there's so much talk about you and number of sacks. Have you battled any kind of frustrations through the first part, or has it always been, hey, I'm affecting the game regardless of my stats, it's about the 11 guys and not just about me?
I'm saying numbers cool, but you feel me? You'll like to win more than you put numbers on. I said that before the season even started. You get what I'm saying? And it's hard to be not to be tender about things you love, but tender not the way to go. You feel me?
Cool. Thanks everybody. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.